If better sleep is the ultimate life hack, the right tracker is your cheat code. Today's video dives deep into the best sleep trackers available right now, after weeks of testing across rings, bands, and under mattress mats to see which ones actually improve sleep habits rather than just collect data. I'll break down real-world accuracy, comfort, battery life, app insights, and where each one falls short, so by the end, you'll know exactly which device fits the way you sleep and live. Plus a few surprises at the top you might not expect. 7. To Whoop 4.0. I went into Whoop 4.0 expecting athlete-first insights, and that's exactly what it delivers, even at night. But it's not the easiest sell if sleep is the primary goal. Whoop's sleep staging picked up light, deep, and REM reliably for me, and lined up with the overall picture of my nights, especially when I was training hard and recovery mattered the next day. The recovery score each morning felt meaningful because it blended resting heart rate, HRV, respiratory rate, and sleep performance into a single number that nudged me to either push or pull back, which changed my bedtime decisions more than any daily sleep score. The upgraded sleep planner is genuinely helpful. It recommends bed and wake times based on sleep debt and strain, and the haptic alarm wakes with gentle vibrations, great for not jolting awake or disturbing a partner. I used all 3 alarm modes: exact time, wake when you hit sleep goal, and wake in the green, and the last one became my go-to on tough training weeks because it pairs your wake-up with recovery status instead of the clock. Health Monitor bundles live heart rate, HRV, SpO2, respiratory rate, and skin temperature in one view and lets you export a PDF, which was handy for sharing trends with a coach. Whoop also nailed wearability thanks to alternative placements, upper arm and compatible garments, helping with comfort if wrist devices bother you overnight. Number 6. Fitbit Inspire 3. The Inspire 3 is impressively small, comfortable, and capable for the price, with sleep tracking that's consistent enough for everyday users and battery life that stretches close to a week in my testing. Each morning, the sleep score breaks down duration, stages, and restoration. And the health metrics dashboard shows HRV, breathing rate, SpO2, skin temperature, and resting heart rate trends that help contextualize rough nights or oncoming illness signals. After several nights, I looked forward to the monthly sleep profile, a premium feature that turns my month of sleep into patterns and a sleep animal, which makes sleep habits more digestible and, surprisingly, more motivating. I appreciated how Inspire 3 tracked sleep automatically, even if I forgot to start any mode, and the smart wake alarm consistently nudged me up in a lighter stage window, which made early mornings less groggy. On good nights, my breathing rate and HRV trends matched what I expected from how I felt the next day, and comparing readings against another smart bed showed reasonable agreement on duration and resting heart rate, which builds confidence for a slim band at this price. For many people, this is the sweet spot: simple, comfortable, and good enough accuracy with minimal fuss, plus a dependable app that gives practical tips like avoiding late alcohol to preserve REM. Still, the Inspire 3 isn't perfect. It uses connected GPS, so outdoor route data requires a phone, which can be annoying for those who want to leave it at home on evening walks before bed. Number 5. Fitbit Charge 6. The Charge 6 builds on Fitbit's sleep strengths and layers in better heart rate accuracy, up to 60% more accurate during vigorous activity, using a machine learning algorithm that carries over benefits from the Pixel Watch. This matters at night because more accurate heart data improves sleep score fidelity. In practice, my nightly sleep scores and stage breakdowns were consistent and correlated with how rested I felt, and the smart wake alarm kept wake up smooth in light stages. Where Charge 6 separates itself is the overall system: ECG on wrist for atrial fibrillation checks, EDA for stress, and daily readiness, combining sleep, activity, and HRV to suggest lighter days when recovery is low. Sleep tracking feels integrated rather than siloed. During testing, the Charge 6 also leaned into lifestyle convenience. Google Maps turn-by-turn and Google Wallet made late evening walks tech light, and YouTube Music controls were a small but welcome bonus that kept my phone away, which actually helped me wind down better. Monthly sleep profiles with the sleep animal, stage trends, HRV, and breathing rate felt a notch more cohesive here than on Inspire 3, thanks to stronger heart rate fundamentals and the larger, clearer display, which makes glancing at nighttime stats in the morning more pleasant. Battery life for me ran close to a week unless I leaned on higher frequency heart tracking and notifications, and that longevity means consistent sleep logs without nightly charging anxiety. No tracker nails sleep stage precision perfectly, but Charge 6's stage timelines were reliable enough across weeks that I trusted the trend lines more than any single night. And that's ultimately what changes behavior. 4. Withings Sleep Tracking Pad. For anyone who hates wearing gadgets to bed, the Withings Sleep Pad is a revelation. It slips under the mattress, tracks heart rate, breathing, snoring, and sleep stages, then generates a nightly sleep score, totally contactless. In my tests, I loved the zero-friction experience. There's nothing to remember or charge, and the data reliably captured how long I slept, wake-ups, and stage distributions without adding any nighttime discomfort. The pad's pneumatic sensors leverage ballistocardiography for heart rate detection and sound sensors for snoring, and the algorithms do the heavy lifting to translate micro-movements and audio into sleep stage estimates. What really elevates the Withings ecosystem is its clinical work on sleep apnea. The Sleep Analyzer variant has been validated to accurately detect moderate to severe sleep apnea with strong sensitivity and specificity in sleep clinic comparisons against polysomnography, which is rare in consumer sleep tech. In practical use, snore detection and breathing insights help me link rough nights to possible airway issues, and the app's clear sleep summaries made it easy to connect the dots with evening habits. If sleep hygiene is the focus and wearing a band or ring isn't appealing, this is arguably the simplest way to build a long-term sleep dataset with minimal effort. Important distinction: in the US, the consumer Withings sleep mat available via retail tracks snoring, stages, duration, and heart rate, but the formal apnea detection is part of the Sleep Analyzer product with specific regulatory status depending on region. Number 3. Oura Ring Gen 3 Horizon. The Oura Ring Gen 3 Horizon blended comfort, accuracy, and habit building better than most wearables I've tried, particularly for sleep-first users who don't want a screen on the wrist. Night after night, Oura's sleep score, readiness score, and simple trends made it obvious when late meals, stress, or workouts impacted deep sleep and HRV, and the Ring's skin temperature trends added context for early signs of illness or recovery needs. The Gen 3 hardware adds additional sensors versus prior generations, including extra temperature sensors and enhanced LEDs for 24/7 heart rate, which I found improved consistency of nighttime heart rate curves and morning readiness signals. The Horizon design itself is minimal and comfortable. I often forgot I was wearing it, which is exactly what I want at night, and battery life comfortably covered nearly a week for me. Oura's app presentation is a standout. Everything important is distilled into 3 primary numbers: sleep, readiness, activity, making it easy to act on without digging through graphs while still offering depth if desired. Integrations with Apple Health and Google Fit pulled in daytime activities to contextualize nighttime recovery, and for those tracking menstrual cycles, temperature-based insights are a powerful addition. In terms of sleep staging, Oura has steadily refined its algorithms, and while no ring matches clinical EEG precision, the device is excellent at distinguishing awake versus asleep, capturing total duration and trending REM deep in a way that reflects real-life changes. 2. Oura Ring. 4. The 4th generation Oura advances the Gen 3 formula with iterative improvements to sensors, accuracy, and insights, while staying true to the Ring's core strength: actionable sleep data that actually changes behavior. In my testing, nightly sleep and readiness signals felt tighter to how I performed the next day, and temperature trends picked up subtle shifts like a late workout or creeping illness that explained dips in HRV and deep sleep without me hunting for reasons. Daytime heart rate, HRV balance and recovery lag cues fed into readiness in a way that made rest days feel earned instead of guilty, which surprisingly helped long-term sleep consistency. The Oura 4 app continues to be best in class for presentation. High-level scores up top, granular graphs underneath, with personalized recommendations that don't feel preachy. It also maintains the Ring's comfort advantage. Sleeping with it is a non-event, and because there's no screen, there's no temptation to doom scroll in bed, which sounds small but compounds over months into better sleep hygiene. Integration with health platforms stayed smooth in my experience, and automatic activity detection was spot on for everyday movement that subtly impacts nightly recovery. As with any finger-worn tracker, exact sleep stage labeling can drift versus clinical methods, but Oura's long-term trend fidelity is what matters. And it's excellent at that, especially for duration, awake time, and how habits add up over weeks. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy Ring. Samsung's Galaxy Ring surprised me by how comprehensive and polished it is right out of the gate for sleep tracking, folding in blood oxygen, skin temperature, heart rate, respiratory rate, and snore detection, then surfacing the data cleanly in Samsung Health. In my testing, the Ring's overnight readings lined up with how I felt in the morning, and the presentation makes it easy to see total sleep, stage estimates, and potential breathing irregularities without digging. Snore recordings are there if enabled, which can be eye-opening for anyone suspecting sleep-disordered breathing. The advanced measurement toggles for SpO2 and skin temperature let power users go deeper, while still keeping basic sleep tracking simple for those who prefer a set-and-forget approach. What makes the Galaxy Ring edge ahead is how seamlessly it fits into the broader Samsung ecosystem. If a Galaxy phone is already in pocket, sleep stats, readiness-style insights, and wellness nudges slot into routines without friction, and the AI-enhanced health summaries make interpretation approachable. Battery life comfortably handled multi-night stretches, and the Ring itself is light and unobtrusive, crucial for anyone sensitive to wrist wearables at night. For mixed sleepers, those who care about sleep first but still want a holistic picture, the Ring's respiratory, SpO2, and temperature signals bring medical-adjacent context that's rare in a mainstream consumer ring, especially paired with snore detection and clear morning-after summaries. Stage precision is still limited by the lack of EEG, like all non-clinical devices, but the Galaxy Ring's breadth of physiological signals gives a more complete nighttime picture than many competitors. Closing thought. If the priority is sleep without wearing anything, Withings Under Mattress Pad is the frictionless choice. If a wristband is preferred with rich daytime features, Fitbit Charge 6 is the move. But if comfort, deep sleep insights, and long-term habit change are the goals, the top two rings, especially Samsung's Galaxy Ring, deliver the most complete wearable sleep experience right now.